Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this video in the first week or so of it coming out, that means that our giveaway for this exact pair of ProPods 3 in matte black is still going on. Enter via the link in the description. That said, today we will be looking at the best, in my opinion, of course, AirPod Pro clones on the market, the ProPods 3, which, as I said, are in matte black. Talk about original. Why? Because the only color that the real ones come in is white. Now, by obviously seeing that this is not an original pair of Apple ProPods that have been painted black, you're probably wondering, well, what's the functionality? Good thing that you stumbled upon a review video for the ProPods 3, which retail for $84.99. Yes, at 1/3 of the cost of the real thing, you get a product that looks exactly the same. And while there are some differences in performance, which I will talk about, so make sure you watch this full video, I think they're well worth the $84.99 if you are looking for that ProPods look without shelling out a bunch of cash. Here's why. Opening up the box and looking at the packaging, we know that this cannot be an exact replica because the real ProPods don't come in white. If you saw the video reviewing our white ProPods that we received, you'll know that their box was a 1-for-1 clone. Pulling off the outer shell though comes the design by Apple, the directions for the AirPods Pro, which look similar to the ones that would come with the real ProPods. Put those away, throw those aside. We get to the actual product that we're looking at, the ProPods 3, which are not only matte black themselves, but also come in a very nice matte black case. Let's get to actual functionality. I've been using these for the past week, taking them on walks in the car, so I have a pretty good idea about how they actually function. First off, let's talk about overall construction. Matte black, great color. I really enjoy it. It brings a lot of originality to your headphones. Personally, I would have loved to go to the gym with these and see the looks that I would be getting having the black ProPods in compared to everyone else in the gym who has the white ones. But thanks to Corona, can't go to the gym. There goes my gains and my ability to show off these sweet headphones. The hinge is a big thing that people talk about. Functions well, goes like this all day, hasn't broke off, and it is metal, which I mean, a hinge should be because it's being used a lot. There's no writing on the inside because these are matte black, not white. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say that. Light on the front for the indicator, and then the button on the back for pairing and such. Charging port on the bottom, lightning port as it should be, which works with the cable for any iPhone as well as the one that they gave you in the box. So for actually getting them connected, I now have my iPhone open and unlocked. And we will pop these open and it goes, not your AirPods Pro. Click, connect, hold button on the back. Got it, the indicator light is blinking, connecting, swirling, fun. And then it talks about the media control, which does work. Talk about that a little bit later, walks me through that. Noise control, these do not have active noise canceling. They do have passive noise canceling through the seal that they make in your ears, which is actually pretty decent. They are working on an active noise cancellation model, and I just talked with them yesterday and they said that that is out and basically ready to go. So look for that in the future. Control center, okay, it's going through this and we're not going to set up Siri at this point. It does show the indicators for the battery. Now, one thing I did notice is I don't think this is necessarily accurate, at least for the charging case itself. I think it is accurate for the earbuds in my experience using these, but for the charging case itself, most of the time it's said 8%, but I don't think that's actually true because I have charged these to what I think would be full capacity, or at least left it on for that long. So maybe don't trust that completely. Pulling out the earbuds then when they're actually in the ears and using, again, they have that nice seal. They do make a sound when any controls are inputted with these. So if you were to start music or stop music by touching them, it will make a boom. And I don't know if real AirPods do that, but that's what these ones do. Construction of the earbuds themselves, these are 1-for-1 matches as well. Even the tips are the same with the black grill instead of the protruding white tip that we saw on the previous generation. So if these were white and not the black ones, they would pass for the real thing, in my opinion, unless you're an absolute expert and maybe able to see some minor difference. But again, I don't think there actually is any minor difference. We can see that in the Bluetooth under David's AirPod Pros, there is the toggle for noise cancellation. That's not a thing with these. You can toggle the controls, ear tip fit test. That does work automatic for the microphone right now, but you can set it to left AirPod or right AirPod. Both of them have mics in them, and then you can forget the device. If we go to the Find My iPhone thingy, so now that I've zoomed in so you can't see what street I live on, we can click and see that the AirPods are here. These actually do work with the Find My iPhone feature and them creating an auditory noise if you lose them for each earbud themselves. If you like drop it in the couch or something, that does work. There also is a compatibility with Siri and controlling that through the AirPods, as well as the simple like stop and start by touching and then even pulling them out of your ears and it stops and putting them back in. That all works. Overall connectivity, I give it like a 7 out of 10 because while it was good most of the time, I did notice some problems while I was moving. And what I mean by that is like while I was on my walks or anything of that nature where I was like jumping around or moving a lot or even was like wearing a hat over them, the touch controls were very sensitive and would start and stop my music at random times, which could get rather frustrating. So I think these are better for, you know, that non-super active stuff that you do in life, like hanging at work, listening to podcasts, or just driving in your car with them in. These work great for that. I don't necessarily recommend them for super active things. Weightlifting, okay. Any type of cardio, wouldn't necessarily recommend. Stick to the Beats headphones that ProPods also sells, which look exactly like the Beats ones, but have the over-ear clips and not the sensitive touch controls on the side. Overall sound quality, I think it's good. I'm no audiophile, but to me, the average user, I thought they sound good, and I really like how they seal well in the eardrums because the sound is then super full and immersive, in my opinion. While I was walking by busy streets, while I was on my evening walk, I couldn't hear a lot of outside noise with them in my ears. Thankfully, I live in a small town, so I don't have to worry about getting jumped or anything, but it may be nice to have one out if you're walking by yourself, especially late at night. Just a safety precaution from 3411 Heavy Medium. Battery life. I haven't run into any problems with battery. I would use them about 2 hours a day for the past week and would just throw them on the charger once every 2 days and it seemed fine to me. I have not had extreme extended periods of use, but they do say that they're rated for 5 hours of listening or 3 hours of talk time, which means that if you account them being able to be put back into the case to recharge again, you have about 24 hours of battery life in total for these ProPods 3. Something that was a problem in our book for the last generation, but has gotten better with this generation because they're always seeking to improve their product, is the microphones. For talking to some people, they were fine with it, but others asked me to switch back to my normal phone mic. There's obviously a lot of variance in that. It could be the other person's phone speaker that isn't very good or just poor connectivity on my part through my cellular service provider. At this time though, we will run an audio test with Jack where I'll be calling into his Google Voice number from my iPhone 11.
We are calling into Jack, who is on a Google Voice number, and I am calling in from my iPhone 11, which currently has 3 bars. The thing that we noticed with the ProPods is you have to talk pretty loud so no secrets will be whispered while wearing these headphones. Jack, how's it sound to you over there?
There's definitely an improvement over last generation's ProPods. As you mentioned, every time you start to trail off and get a little bit quieter, you do tend to cut out. Definitely got to make sure you talk loudly with these ones.
And as I said during the review video, some people said that this audio was poor and I had to switch to my cell phone, but others I talked to perfectly normal and they didn't have any issue. So now that you understand the state of these microphones, let's kick it back to the video.
So now that you've heard my opinions on the ProPods 3, it's really time for you to make the decision. I think if you're looking for something that looks like AirPod Pros for 1/3 the cost and are original with the matte black finish, these could be the earbuds for you if you're okay with good sound quality, good connectivity, okay microphones, not active noise canceling, and some finicky things with the touch controls on the side. These could be the headphones for you. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. If you want to go and purchase these earbuds, you can buy them through the link below in the description. It does help support the channel. $84.99. They sometimes do run sales if you follow them on their social media, so do check out ProPods on Instagram. They're very responsive there. You can expect a shipping time of 7 to 14 days, especially now now that this Corona stuff is clearing up from where they ship from, and a 14-day money-back guarantee. If you do end up purchasing a pair, let us know. We want to hear what you think of them and see if you are satisfied. That's all we have for today's video, folks. Don't forget to drop a like, click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content or giveaways like we are giving away these ProPods. Link in the description. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bird up.